Traders, I'm excited to present several fresh new ideas with you today, all of which hold the potential to make significant directional moves, as always, and just like the ideas did last week in Netflix and Meta. And I'm going to be sharing my exact thought process and actionable trade plans with you as well. But right before I do that, and before I present my top two swing ideas for the week, here are just some key reminders and lessons that I think you should take note of. So last week, as you are probably well aware, it offered some exceptional opportunities. But missing out or mishandling them might leave you feeling like you potentially or greatly underperformed. So instead of dwelling on that, I would say focus on studying the A plus opportunities that you identified or that came your way. Be proactive, play to your strengths, and in the week ahead, avoid rushing into subpar setups. Out of FOMO, all right, or out of emotions from the previous week. And now, something to note: a critical catalyst for the upcoming week. That's going to be NVIDIA's earnings report that's set to be reported on Wednesday after the close. And this is a highly anticipated earnings report that could significantly impact, obviously, NVIDIA stock, but the entire sector and market as well, I believe. So while I won't trade NVIDIA into the earnings before the earnings, I'm going to be ready to react based on the results and price actions thereafter. Before earnings, what I will do is I'll take note and study critical resistance and support in NVIDIA in the sector and market as a whole. All right, so with that being said, let's jump into the two top ideas for the week. The first one being a backside short in SMCI or an overextension bounce play. So the top play was obviously SMCI. That was on Friday. I think it was the top play of the year so far for sure. Shorting SMCI in particular after the exceptional run up that it had. Record breaking RSI hit 99 on Thursday, the day before it obviously topped out and sold off over 20%. I'm not going to go into detail here in recapping the opportunity. I think that was done in pretty good detail online. But as now you'll know, once a stock tops out, in the short term, I like to look for lower highs and pops into potential supply zones for a 1 to 2 day swing short continuation move. And so that's really the first plan in SMCI. If we go into a lower time frame, this is how my first idea will be expressed in SMCI. The two key areas that I'm going to be watching ahead of the catalyst, the sector-wide catalyst on Wednesday for SMCI, that's going to be a push higher into potentially the first level, which will become 2 day view up on Monday into the 900 area. And beyond that, if we don't get a push there, that fails. If we do get a push into these levels, if we get a push into 900, that doesn't fail, I anticipate a move into sort of this 950 region as the next potential area of supply. All right, so therefore, my plan for this particular idea is going to be if SMCI can push either into 900 or 950, and then I would be looking for a failure intraday. It would provide a pivotal level, a key level, a well-defined level to trade against intraday. That's where I'm going to look to get short versus that high, looking for momentum lower. And specifically, I'm going to be targeting a move towards around 850 for level 1, target 1, in order to take profits, take off a large portion of the position. And after that, I'm going to look to trail my position using lower highs on the 15-minute time frame. All right, so for example, this would be a lower high in that downtrend. So hypothetically, had I gotten short here and we break down, my stop would go above this level, and then that's where I would look to trail it, and so on. But my final exit for this would be a move below Friday's low, so a move below this 800 level. That's where I'm going to manually look to exit my position as it makes new lows. And I plan to hold this position for a full day once entry is confirmed and provided, potentially overnight if it closes weak near the day's low, without achieving my final target. Now there's a second plan, and the second plan is going to be an overextension to the downside. So specifically what that is looking for an overextension, a huge sell-off, and then looking for a bit of a relief bounce play. Specifically here, I'm going to be looking either for a gap lower. All right, so if we gap into the 700s on Monday or Tuesday, I should say, it's a long weekend, and looking for some steady selling pressure down towards in the 700s, even but sub 700. And if that selling pressure expands to the downside, then I'm going to look for a significant increase in volume to signal some buyers are stepping in. Look for price to very quickly get away from that low, and thereafter the confirmation would come if we get a higher low. If that higher low is confirmed, so if we get a large whoosh lower, volume expands, we get a push away from the low, and then we have a bit of a price stabilization and a higher low, that would be the confirmation. That's where I would look to get long with a stop below that higher low. And then the initial move and the initial target for such a play would be a move towards the intraday VWAP, where I would look to cover a lot of my position. And then thereafter, on the 5-minute chart, would be the time frame for this particular idea. On the 5-minute time frame, I'm going to be looking to trail my position there using the previous higher low on that same time frame, and I'd be taking my position off as we make new intraday highs. So ARM is another hot stock within the sector, and it's setting up for a significant directional move. After a serious move and continuation move post earnings, we've now had multiple days of consolidation within a tight range and some inside days. So as a result here, I like it. It's a straightforward plan. It's a reactive breakout trade in either direction, and it has favorable risk reward now, in my opinion. So the plan here is pretty straightforward and simple, using Friday's high and low, which also acts as resistance and support within this consolidation. And the plan is going to be very reactive, long or short. But because of the sector catalyst occurring this week, this is going to probably just be a one-day hold time frame. But here's the plan for the long, and we can even move over to the hourly chart because that consolidation, resistance, support, it shows through on multiple time frames. For the actual trade, I'll be trading this on the 5-minute, but I'm just going to use the hourly chart here to demonstrate the plan. So if the stock for the long, if the stock breaks above Friday's high, above this 135 region, with authority and holds and volume is present, that's where I'm going to look to get long, all right, with a stop just below the breakout level because I'm looking for continuation move. And basically going to be looking for a move 1 ATR, which should put this momentum continuation move near 150. Similar for the short, if the stock breaks below Friday's low with authority and holds sub, then I'm going to be looking for a 1 ATR move that will put it between 110, 108 for continuation move lower. And I'll look to trail it as the trade works, trail it on the 5-minute chart using most recent lower highs, and for the long idea, using higher lows, trailing it once it works until we reach that full target, but also using some discretion to manually hit out as the stock for the long makes new higher highs intraday, and obviously for the short as we make new lower lows, consistently covering some of the position and trailing the stop. And so those are my two top ideas for the week, keeping it selective for the upcoming week, focusing on where the opportunity is and where I think we could get good follow through, good secondary opportunity in SMCI, good directional moves in ARM. But if there are any other ideas you think should be added to the watch list, anything else you're excited about, post it in the comments. I'd love to see what is on your watch list and potentially look to add it even to my watch list. And I hope you all have a great week. Should be a great week filled with opportunity. Good luck, and I'll see you next week.
So you're an active trader, not doing as well as you want, not doing as well as you deserve, and you just can't figure out why you can't become profitable no matter how hard you try. Well, let me show you why. This is your competition. The traders in this room. This room right here is full of elite traders, some of whom are making 7 and even 8 figures a year. In fact, our top guys have made nearly 20 million each in net trading profits in a single year. Let's head to my office so I can share more. So you're probably used to seeing videos of lavish trader lifestyles, trading gurus trading off of a laptop for an hour a day, heck, maybe even 15 minutes a day, and then them relaxing on some secluded beach for the rest of the day. Well, all I can tell you is that our traders train like pro athletes. They live and breathe the markets and are continually working on their trading skills. Because at our firm, that's what we've found it really takes to make it in this game. I'm Mike Bellafiore, co-founder and managing partner of SMB Capital, one of the world's top proprietary trading firms located in Midtown Manhattan. And we're always looking for trading talent to hire and develop. And not just to trade in-house on our desk, but also to trade from their own home, entirely using our firm's capital. And we have numerous traders doing just that, allowing them to make upwards of 7 figures trading the firm's capital without risking their own money. But to even get a shot at something like that, you need to have the right training. That's why we're doing a new free online presentation in which we share how you can get an interview with SMB to become an in-house or remote trader, trading firm capital without risking yours and gaining access to all of our firm's coaching and resources. And the best part? You don't have to be a profitable trader yet. In fact, we prefer to mold profitable traders with our methods and our techniques. That's why we have just 3 simple criteria that can earn anyone an interview. We're looking for highly ambitious and determined traders who fit our culture first and foremost. So if you believe that could be you, sign up for the free 1-hour online presentation by clicking the link that's in your top right corner of your screen now.